Hello children, I am SM Shewale from Gokhale Education Society's HL English Medium High School, Ojhar. Today I have brought a new lesson in geography for you, that is second chapter, location and extent. We will learn the application of geographical knowledge for geographical study of a particular area, region or nation. Its location and extent are of great importance. Location and extents affect the climate, population distribution, occupations, etc. of a nation. This lesson is about a comparative study of India and Brazil with reference to location and extent. So let's start. Both the countries, that is India and Brazil, location and extent. First of all, few hints and the flags of these two countries are given below. Using them, you have to identify these two countries, and of course you can easily identify one of them and hope you can do it, no problem. Few clues are given here for India. The first clue is the second largest populated country in the world. All of us know that India ranks second in terms of population. Famous for spices in the world. Cricket is a popular sport in our country, that is in India. Now let's see the clues for Brazil. Brazil is famous for samba dance. It is also known as the coffee pot of the world. Remember, it is known as the coffee pot of the world. Football is a very popular sport here. Now let's start with the country, that is India. The name of our country is Republic of India, and we know the capital of India is New Delhi. Now let's see the location, extent and boundary. Now location and extent, it means where is India located on the globe, what is the actual location of India, and what kind of extent it has. We have to learn about it, how it is extended, how it is spread, and which countries are neighboring countries to India, which we have to see here. India is located in the northern and eastern hemisphere of the earth. Very important thing you have to remember, that India is located in the northern and eastern hemispheres of the earth. India is located in the southern part of the Asian continent, and especially it is located in the southern part. You can observe the map of India and you can understand that it is located in the southern part of the Asian continent. With the help of figure 2.1, find the extent of the mainland India, the mainland actually, how it is spread. Now fill in the degree value in degrees in blank spaces, that is 8 degree 4 minutes north. See the location, 8 degrees. See the north side, map of India, north side, 8 degrees 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitudes, and between 68 degrees 7 minutes east. Both the sides you can see, you can observe the map, that 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitudes is the location and extent of our country. And let me tell you, Tropic of Cancer passes in the middle of India. Tropic of Cancer, you can see there, it is passes through the middle or in the middle of our country. And again you can see that Indira Point is the southernmost tip of India. It is located on 6 degrees 45 minutes north parallel. You can see Indira Point in the southern part of India, and it is located on 6 degrees 45 minutes north parallel. Observe figure 2.1 very carefully and identify the countries and water bodies around India and complete the table in your notebook. So what you have to do here, you have to observe the map of India very carefully, and after observing you have to find out, you have to identify the water bodies and the neighboring countries of India. Now you have to find out the neighboring countries, seas and oceans in the east of India. Tell me which countries are neighboring countries to India in the east. Yes, China. Then Nepal, Bhutan and Bangladesh. These countries are neighboring countries to the east. Remember? And you know that these countries are sharing its boundaries also to India. Then which countries are neighboring countries to the north? Of course it is Afghanistan. Afghanistan is in the north of India. Then in the west, of course in the west side it is Arabian Sea, and Pakistan also is the neighboring country. Then which is in the south? In the south, Sri Lanka and Indian Ocean is located. So you might have understood the neighboring countries, seas and oceans which are sharing its boundaries to India. Now let's start the next country, that is Brazil. The name of this country is Federative Republic of Brazil. The name of the capital of Brazil is Brasilia. Brasilia is the name of the capital, and it is also divided into different states. Let's see the location, extent and boundaries for the Brazil. Location, extent and boundaries. Some part of Brazil lies in northern hemisphere. Remember, some part of Brazil lies in the northern hemisphere, only few part. Therefore it is, this word or this statement is there, some part of Brazil lies in the northern hemisphere, while most of it lies in the southern hemisphere. From the equator, only some part of Brazil lies in the northern hemisphere, while most of it lies in southern hemisphere. Also it lies in the western hemisphere, in the northern part of South American continent. So remember one thing, that most of the part of Brazil is in the southern hemisphere and only some part of Brazil in the northern hemisphere. Now, with the help of figure 2.2, find the extent, means you have to find the extent of the mainland Brazil. Fill in the degree values in blank spaces. Especially Brazil is located the 5 degrees 15 minutes north. You can see here in the north side of Brazil, and it is located 5 degrees 15 minutes north to 33 degrees 45 minutes south latitude, and between 34 degree 45 minutes west to 73 degree 48 minutes west longitudes. So is the location of Brazil. Again observe figure 2.2 and try to identify Brazil's neighboring countries and oceans, and fill in the chart given below in your notebook. So carefully observe the map of Brazil, Brazil political map of Brazil, and you have to find out the neighboring countries as well as oceans. Now tell me which countries are located in the north of Brazil. See, you can understand, or you, if you see it, observe it carefully, then first Guyana, or okay, Venezuela, then Suriname, then Guyana, Colombia, North Atlantic Sea is also located there. Then in the west, Peru, Bolivia, Paraguay. These countries are located. Then in the south, Argentina and Uruguay. Then in the east, South Atlantic Ocean. See, North Atlantic and South Atlantic Ocean. Ocean is a, but this ocean is spread in the north as well as in the south. Now let's see historical background of India. Historical background of India. India was under the British rule for almost 1.5 century, means about 150 years. We were under dictatorship of British government. All of us know. India got its independence especially in 15th of August 1947. We know that. So 150 years we were, means our country was under the British rule. Despite facing several problems like 3 wars, means our country has faced 3 wars, then famine situation in various parts, and similar issues after independence. After independence, we faced different critical situations here. India is a major developing country of the world. We are not yet developed. Our country is developing. The development is going on, but not yet developed. India is considered to be a global market. See, very important thing it is, India is considered to be a global market. Import and export is practiced in our country. Different types of foreign goods are also sold here. Because of various economic reforms from time to time, India's economic development has passed up. Means liberalization takes place in our country. Remember that India's speedy development is going on. And we know that India is the 7th largest country in the world by area, and from Himalayan peak to Indian Ocean coastline, you know that. So the diverse terrain is available to our country. The proportion of youth in India's population is high. The youth population in our country is high, means majority of youth means population is in our country, because this forms a major part of a working population, and India is looked upon as a young country. About 51%, nearly 51% working population is there in our country. So you can understand the speedy development is going on but not yet developed. Now let's see the historical background of Brazil. For more than 3 centuries, remember 1 century means 100 years. Here more than 3 centuries means 300 years Brazil was under Portuguese rule, like our country. We were also under the British rule for 150 years, right? So Brazil was also under Portuguese rule for about 300 years. Brazil gained its independence in 7th September 1822. From 1930 to 1985, for more than a half century, it was under a populist military government. Populist means popular. It was not dictator, but it was popular type of government, military government. It has overcome global financial difficulties in the late 20th century. Brazil is seen as a contributor to economic growth of the world. Remember, it is contributor to economic growth, means the economic growth of Brazil is also very good and an important market in the future, and it will come up as an important market in the future. Brazil ranks first in terms of coffee production. It produces nearly 40% of the total coffee production of the world. Remember, it produces nearly 40% of the total coffee production of the world, and Brazil is the largest exporter of coffee, and therefore Brazil is known as coffee pot of the world.